What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Shattered Tabletop Gaming. Tonight we are going way out of order and doing all kinds of crazy things, but tonight is Naturally Shattered Celeste's tale. Tonight we are delving into the backstory that is Celeste, our resident spellcaster and somewhat party mom. Wrangles the cats for sure. Monkey backpacks and whatnot. Always has the good snacks.
Yep, pockets full of snacks.
Yes, Tofu, we were talking about that exact thing. I said how excited you were for these. So yeah. We hope this is going to be a good one for you. If nothing else, it's going to make you feel the feels. So hope you're all ready. This is pretty unscripted. Juniper only knows a very little bit about what's happening tonight. I just kind of said, here's a brief idea of what we're going to do, and then we'll fill in the blanks as we go. But before we dive into our game, we got to go through our usual spiels. And of course, I'm going to hand it over to Juniper.
Wait, he's my friend Jupiter.
Oh, wow. Yellow doesn't even show up. I'm holding a can of infused lemonade. May or may not have had a few drinks to make this go a little easier. Anywho, Juniper, would you like to tell people who you are, the character you're playing, socials, that kind of thing, if you got any charities coming up or places you want us to go watch, check you out, things like that. So take it away.
Sure. I'm Juniper. I'm Linen and Spice, most places on the internet. You can find me playing in 3 different places here on Shattered, in a couple of different games every month, on what day of the week is it for you guys? Sundays. I'm also playing in a couple of games over on Maestrianord and one over on Dark Domain as well. I have a link tree, which I'll put in the thing in a minute, where you can go check out what games they are. In Naturally Shattered, which is this solo episode comes from, I play Celeste, who is like you said, she's a magic user. She is a Nor Ethel, so I think High Elf, basically. You'll learn more about what they're like over the course of the next rage-fueled however long. She's a magic user. Again, you'll find out this about her over the next little while. She has an invisible disability in her hands, which has shaped a lot of who she is and a lot of the relationship she has with her family and stuff like that. So we'll explore that today. That's kind of one of the things on the radar. I don't think there's anything else that I gotta say or share.
Okay. Well, heck yeah. Thank you very much for that. It's super awesome having you here. I'm really looking forward to this. I feel like my camera might be lagging every now and again. Anywho, I'm Ray. I do most of the storytelling, arc mastering, dungeon mastering, whatever the game calls the person who runs the show for STG. But we do have a few people that step up and do some super awesome DMing, such as Super Gets, who does our Curse of Strahd game, and definitely Cool Cat does some stuff for Maestrianord. We also have we had G9. Unfortunately, she's stepping away for a little bit. So we will be looking for more DMs. So if you are a DM and you want to find some players, we got lots of them on our server. So join us and we'll get you all hooked up. You do not have to stream the game. You can do offline stuff completely fine. That's 100% okay with us. If you are a player and you are looking for a game, we do have lots of games. A lot of them are community games, so it's kind of open, and we just say, who can play? And you just sign up and in you go. Let's see, what else do we got? Our channel points, let's not forget about those. If you are watching on Twitch right now, you'll notice every so often you'll get some channel points, and you can use those for cool little things like Liquidate, which is our version of Hydrate, because a lot of people on our server just don't like water.
I came prepared.
I'm one of them. I don't like water.
Ray's allergic to water.
I am. So, as suggested a few times, and it was tried out as an experiment, I now will be giving our viewers the added benefit of when you reclaim a liquidate, I will be drinking from a infused drink, which is yellow, but for some reason is not showing up. And Tofu has redeemed a liquidate already. So,
Hey.
uh, cheers. Refreshing. By the end of the episode, I may not remember what's going on or who I am, but have a
Luckily,
good
there
time.
will be video evidence on the internet for all eternity.
That's what I'm worried about. But anywho, yeah, we've got other stuff like make a player talk like Gordon Ramsay or the super awesome Chaos Flux, which usually creates just unreasonable amounts of chaos. That's always a good one. So, if you are watching and you like what we're putting out in our content and you want to help support us in making our content better by getting art, getting music, getting things of that nature, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. And for being a super awesome subscriber, you also will get added into the prize drawing. Every 15th of the month, we do a prize drawing. And if your name is drawn, you get a cool little prize box that's got like a couple sets of dice in it, some STG stickers, some extra little things that I have laying around, like 3D printed dragons, sword keychains, stickers, magnets, like all kinds of good stuff. So make sure to follow along and subscribe to that. Also, going along with that, the one that I'm being forced to promote all the time is that if we get 100 concurrent subscribers, all of y'all at the same time, and that includes gift subs. So if somebody has deep pockets and they want to give everybody a gift, whatever, if we have 100 subscribers, I will get this logo drawn by G9 that's behind me here as a tattoo on my left booty cheek. That was decided by our Discord VIPs, which anybody can be a Discord VIP. You just, when you're on our Discord, add the little STG tag to your name. We'll move you into that channel, and you get to be part of polls and votes and things like that that are exclusive to the VIPs. You get to choose like what games are coming up, what one shots I do, things like that. So lots of good stuff. Beyond that, I think that's about. Oh no, there is one more huge piece of that I got to put out there. If you happen, unfortunately, Juniper, I'm so sorry, unless you end up flying over here for whatever reason. October 16th through the 18th, STG will be at Sci-Fi Valley Con. We will have our own table. It's in Altoona, PA. It's very close to where Super Gets is hanging out. We're going to have Super Gets, Soul of Supergirl, Greenatsu, I believe Firefly Reigns. She won't be at the STG table, but she will be there at a different table. So we're going to meet up. STG out the wazoo is going to be there. So if you're in the area, come on down, check it out. We're going to get some photo ops, all that. We're going to have special convention only prizes. So if you come over to the table, you might be able to get a t-shirt or a tote bag or a coffee mug, things that you can normally find on our merch store, but we'll have it right there. Anyway.
Why do I have to live on the other side of the world? I hate this.
I'm sorry. Well, I'll mail you something. I'll get it through customs.
Well, see, customs can be interesting.
Truth. I've gotten stuff to England before. I can get it to the UK. I can get it to Australia. What's up, Dreamer Uzumaki? Thank you for popping in. And yes, to answer your question, this is a solo episode where Celeste is going to be regaling us with the backstory. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, what's up, Guavem? Thanks for joining us. I'm actually going to be doing a 2-shot over on Magical Miss, and Guavem is going to be one of the characters. It is a basically our spin on miraculous. What is it? Miraculous Ladybug. It was a TV show that was a while ago, basically high school seniors that turn into superheroes, and they're based on animals. And M has picked a great one. I'm not going to announce it because I don't want to spoil it, but let's just say there will be tons of popcorn. So make sure to check that out. It's going to be wild. G9 will also be in that one. We've got Edie in that one, if anybody knows them from the server. Lots of cool cats. We got Dark Nevea will also be joining us. Anyway, super cool people. Make sure to check it out. That's going to be because for this month, Magical Miss is kind of on a mini like hiatus while clearly a monkey gets her schedule figured out. So for the next 2 Tuesdays, not this one, but the next 2, I'll be running the show over there. So check it out. It's going to be a good time. Oh, another liquidate.
Oh man, I'm glad I brought this, but also we're gonna need a bathroom break at some point.
Right? I might need a nap at some point. Once all of this hits. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Anywho, I think with all of the pleasantries out of the way, we can get into the non-pleasantries. Does that sound all right, Juniper?
Yeah, that also sounds accurate.
All right. Got my liquidate. Oh, you get out of here. Get out of here with that, Psycat. All right. So our story begins in the Norethel homelands. I don't have the map pulled up, so I can't give you the exact location of it, but it is near the city of Aluin. This is the hub of Norethel culture, the largest city ever constructed. Its walls impenetrable, the buildings and towers reach to the sky. Pretty much, if you are Norethel, you are beautiful. You are perfect. You wear the finest clothes. You are without wanting. Everyone else can suck it. That's kind of how the Norethel work. Those that do have imperfections usually have them permanently magically altered so that those imperfections do not show. So like, magical plastic surgery. But that brings us to the home of Viserion. The banner flies outside of the home. It's not a gaudy giant mansion or anything, but it is definitely well decorated. The architecture of it is very easily laid out. There's a well-tended garden outside. Groundskeepers tend it day in and day out. When they don't tend it, they get flogged. And when they do a great job and make it look amazing beyond belief, they also get flogged. Just that's pretty much the way of things.
Hashtag just slave things.
Hashtag Norethel. So the camera kind of pans inside of the house, and inside there's a number of different people milling about. Some people are cleaning. So, there's our liquidate again. Thanks. Mydrate.
I didn't mix the honey well into my drink. I just got a mouthful of straight honey. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh. Let me just mix that.
Oh, what's up, Miss Nina? Thanks for lurking. So there's people cleaning, dusting. They are like underlings, and which are basically this world's version of dwarves. They're cleaning. There's humans, which are called Risan in this game. They're wandering around. Everybody, if you can imagine, like a larger version of house elves, is kind of what they look like. They're working for pennies. kind of drifting through the house very elegantly is a very well-dressed woman with very predominant and stereotypical Norethel features. She has the long, sharp ears, pointed ears. Her eyebrows are immaculate, her skin flawless. And from another room comes the sound of a crying baby. And the door opens, and the Soul Ethel caregiver named Syndra, who basically her sole purpose in this home is to raise the Norethel's children. That is all she's good for, air quotes. She does things like feeding, changing, educating, basically anything that a parent can't be bothered to do. The only thing that the actual parents of this home teach their children is the way of the Norethel. And with that being said, she turns and looks at Syndra. The Norethel woman named Amarantha disdainfully looks at the baby, and she turns her eyes a little bit to Syndra and says, "Hush that noise. Norethel babies do not cry like that. There is clearly something wrong with this one." I'm terribly sorry, madam. She's very fussy today. My apologies. I'm so sorry. I do not need your sorries. I need that child to shut up. She is giving me a headache. No child of mine should ever be making that kind of noise. And as she turns to walk away, a younger Norethel boy, probably about 9-10 years old, kind of comes through. He's got a little wooden sword that he's swinging around, and her face immediately lights up. And she says, "Ah, there's my perfect angel." And she kind of ruffles his hair a little bit. And she walks off, and he scurries off in a different direction. The Syndra just kind of bounces this newborn. Shh, 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 shh. It's all right, dear. It's all right, dear. Now, we fast forward approximately 9 or 10 years, and we find ourselves in the courtyard, out in the garden. There's been an area that's kind of like bushes have been deliberately planted to kind of create this like arena. That same young elf boy is standing across the little arena. He's got his little wood training sword, but he's very well dressed now. He's got like a button-up noble's coat. It's red with like gold inlays and all that. And kind of walking around the outside of this, surveying it, is an older Norethel. His name is Darthoridin. What? Darthoridin. There we go.
Darthoridin. Yeah, there you go.
Darthoridin. He is wearing an adult's version of what this younger boy is wearing. And he's got kind of like a beard going on, very well kept. He's, flawless skin. He's got a very expensive looking sword at his side. Very clearly one of the most primo swords ever made in this area. Spared no expense. And as he looks at the boy and he's like, "Now, the two of you must learn one of the most predominant things in Norethel culture. The art of the duel. Many disputes can be settled through a duel. In fact, it is quite common in our culture." And the boy says, "Can we just fight already? I don't need your lectures, old man." And he kind of turns to look at the now 9-10-year-old grown-up grown up baby who is no longer crying. But this is a young Celeste. She wears the same kind of like regal dress kind of thing, despite the fact that you're about to have a mock sword fight. This is just the way it is. It is worth noting that this training sword, for anybody else, is just a normal wooden training sword, but for you, it's quite heavy.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're allowed to, add to the story at this point.
Do we have to? I already know I'm going to be bad at this. Glorandel, do we really have to do this?
Your brother looks at you like he's got a twinkle in his eye, and he's like, "You're always whining. Such a disgrace. Just draw your sword already. Let's be done with this. I have more important things to do."
Celeste takes a deep breath and she has no option but to obey. She draws the sword and you can see that her hand is physically shaking on the hilt of the sword as she's trying to hold this incredibly heavy for her sword. And she's not doing too good with actually holding it. Yeah.
So Darthoradin comes over, enters into the training area, we'll call it. And he's like, "Almost there, dear. Almost there." And he kind of puts his rather large hands around yours and kind of helps you to hold it up. He's like, "You must protect your center. I know this is difficult, but you must learn to defend yourself, darling." Nope, liquidate!
Ah!
I know your brother is older, and he is more skilled, but there are advantages that you must keep in mind. People will underestimate you. They will always underestimate you, and you must use that to your advantage. And he kind of offers you a little wink, and he's like, "I know you've got this." And then he kind of shoots a side-eye glance over to your mother, who's sitting by one of the stone pillars. She is holding a young female Norethel baby who is extremely quiet. She is fawning over this thing, tickling the cheeks, "Oh, such a cute little thing. I can't believe something like you blessed our family. So quiet this one is."
I swear to God, I'm going to punch this woman by the end of the episode.
You want a villain? I'll give you a villain.
Oh, you are delivering. Yes. Okay. So Celeste cringes when she follows her father's line of sight and sees her mother there. She full on flinches. But then she readies herself with the sword.
Okay. All right. Let's do this.
All right. I gotta put Celeste is the red-headed stepchild, huh? All right. So first off, let's do a little bit of initiative. So we're gonna roll our D100 here. Actually, I'm going to have chat participate with this one. I need a D100 roll. So you're just going to type in !D100, and that'll be the initiative for Glorandel, who is Celeste's older brother.
For me, that was an 11. So if he doesn't go first, we're... what do you want me to do for stats for a 9-year-old Celeste?
We're just going to roll with it. No pun intended. Yeah, we're just gonna have some fun here. Just straight D100 rolls is fine. So he is going first, unfortunately. Oh, Celeste. He rolled a 95.
Okay.
He pretty much like launches forward, and you can see kind of like in his eyes, there's almost a momentary like malice, like something not quite okay in his brain. And instead of actually going after your sword, he very deliberately brings it down directly on your wrists. Like, like straight sweep the leg, Tommy. Like, kapow! And he has a sick smile on his face.
Are we talking flat of the blade or edge of the blade?
Oh, no, edge.
Edge of the, but it's a wooden training sword.
It is, yes. It's not sharp or anything. No, it's just, but yeah.
Celeste screams, ear-piercing screams as she drops her sword, and her hands curl up into like tiny little balls, and she's like essentially dropping to the ground, and protecting her hands, which already she's over the last 9 years, she's learnt to suppress showing how much pain she's in every moment of the day. That mask is gone right now.
He lets out just the most incredulous laugh and looks at his father. He's like, she'll be dead before she's full grown at this rate. She can't even hold a sword. What a waste. And he like kicks your training sword like out of the arena and just turns and walks away. And as he walks past your mother, who like kind of is glowering at you from screaming like that, like, she gets up and your brother, the baby, and her like walk inside. And your father comes over and kind of like kneels down, and he's like not trying to touch your hands or anything, but he's like looking to make sure like nothing's broken. It's like, yeah. Can you wiggle your fingers, dear?
She tries. She can't straighten them, but she can wiggle them.
He kind of like holds up his hands on the outside of yours, and they glow a soft blue. And while nothing about your disability heals, the pain does start to subside. And he's like, never mind your brother. You are resourceful and you are strong, or else you would not be here.
I'm not strong with a sword. I can barely hold a sword.
Then your powers lie elsewhere, Celeste, and we will find them. One day we will find them. But today's not that day. Rest. That's what you need.
Okay.
And from off in the house, you hear your mom scream, Dr. Arden! Get in here immediately. Waste no more time on that one.
Celeste fucking flinches again. Eventually makes her way into the house, like seeing as her father's being called away, because I don't think he's gonna dare disobey his wife. So she essentially goes back to her room and sort of crawls into bed and just stays there for a while.
When you're in your room, that's when Syndra, the caregiver, comes in, and she's got like warm towels, and she's like kind of trying to take care of you as the best she can. And she says, "Oh, another hard day, love."
How much did you see?
I saw it all.
I don't understand. Look, I know I'm supposed to be perfect, and I'm not perfect, and my hands don't work properly, but why does Glorandel have to be like that? Why does he have to be... He's not just mean, he's cruel. Why does he have to be like that? It's bad enough, Mom. being like she is, but him too.
Evil will always find a way in this world. It sneaks up on people, whether they know it or not. It fills the cracks that we can't see. It hides behind shadows. We just have to do the best we can to shine our own light, dear. And she pulls like a small tea cake from like under her coat. She's like, I snuck this one just for you.
Thank you.
And Celeste gives her a hug. This family is very much not a physical affection kind of family. At least not with Celeste, but she is with Syndra.
Yeah. And she, of course, hugs you back, kind of rubs her hand on your back and everything. And she's like, all right, hush now, dear. It's okay. It's time for you to get some rest, get some sleep. Tomorrow is a new day, a new dawn. The sun will continue to turn and rise. And one day, you'll teach that spoiled brother of yours a lesson. I know it.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
She eats her tea cake and then she settles down to go to sleep.
Okay. I guess you awaken to like just a cold cut, basically. Like we're just going to flip the script. We are now about 7 years in the future. We now see a teen Celeste walking through a field. There's basically a marching order. Okay. In the front of this group, this little troop of Norethel children, is your oldest brother, Glorando, who now doesn't quite dress like your dad. He's still very like regal and noble and well-to-do and everything, but now he has a sword of his own that is he completed his trials and everything and was awarded an actual sword, and as such it kind of made him like heir to the throne, if you will. Like he'll become head of house if anything ever happens with your father. Following behind him is your younger brother, who was actually who your mother was like so affectionate over. Your younger brother, Respin, who completely idolizes Glorindel. He's like, the two of them are talking back and forth as you walk through this tall grass. And he's like, one day I'll have a sword just like yours. And I, too, will be heir to the home. And then you will not be able to boss me around so much. Oh, get off it. You are nothing. You will never be as good as I am with a sword. You'll probably be in the same stupid town doing a stupid job as Celeste. And he kind of like looks over his shoulder back towards you and your younger sister, Mayana. And Mayana looks up to you very much. And she's like trying to hold your hand, but she's like rather short. But yeah, she's just kind of like bouncing along next to you. She'll stop and pick up a flower, this just doing young kid things. She's about, I'd say she's about 7 or 8. So kind of sort of the age Celeste was when all that went down. So on one side of y'all is a bluff, and you can see like the ocean waves kind of like rolling along and hitting the rocky shoreline. You can see ships sailing out on the water, huge sails unfurled, and adoring those sails are the various faction logos. Like you can see there's the Aluan Patriarchy is on there. There's a lot of them with that one. Yeah, there's a bunch. I don't want to bore everybody with all that, but they're sailing out on the ocean. To your left is like all grass, like tall grass, and the house is just a little bit away, not like super far, but far enough that y'all are able to kind of roam a little bit and have some fun. Kind of hopping around you are kind of like grasshoppers, but they're the Shattered Dawn version. So they're about 3 inches long. Yeah, they when they fly, it's very loud. And there's also like little Soul Super Gold. Thank you. Another liquidate. For future reference, Lemonade does not show up on the green screen, so I have to do like root beer or something. Also, kind of roaming around in the grass is various creatures. Like there's rabbits that have like 6 legs. There's weevils and little moles, all kinds of little critters that kind of like run around y'all. And Mayana's like kind of absent-mindedly talking to you as she picks flowers, and she's like, "Oh, this one's as pretty as you are, Celeste."
Oh, Mayana, I'm not pretty. You know what Mum thinks about me. Mum, you're going to be as pretty as Mum someday.
Oh, maybe. But you're pretty, and this flower's pretty, so you're both pretty.
Aw, thanks for saying so.
One day you'll be pretty like Mom too.
Maybe one day. And she crouches down to be at Mayana's level, and like gives her a little pinch on the cheek and says, "Don't listen to anything Glorandel says. He says nasty things about the rest of us, but he doesn't know what the future's going to hold. You can do anything you want to do, so don't listen to him. Respin can do anything he wants to do. Glorandel doesn't. He's not the boss of you."
She kind of gets a little bit closer and she goes, "Glorandel's a poopy face."
Yeah, he kind of is, isn't he?
She giggles and kind of like starts to skip off, like try to catch up with the boys.
I'll hurry after her as well. But before she gets to the boys, I'm just going to scoop her up in my arms and just sort of like carry her on my hip for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, just for a bit of closeness, you know.
All right. As you all are just enjoying your day, the sun is shining, you know, you feel the warmth on your skin and everything. Ah, damn it. I knew it was coming.
That wasn't predictable at all.
No, not at all. From the tall grass, a large centipede-like creature comes up out of the grass. It has like segmented eyes like a normal bug, but they look more like gemstones. It's got dark purple scales along the top with lighter purple scales on the bottom, and it's long ass bug legs end in, instead of spikes, they end in like three little finger like things. And it's got, I say centipede, but it's probably got like 20 legs. Not that makes it better, but you know.
It really doesn't. It really doesn't.
But the most intimidating thing is it has huge razor sharp mandibles.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
And it lets out a hiss that sounds very much like 1,000 cicadas.
Okay. How big? When you say large centipede, how large are we talking here?
It is in the realm of 7 feet in length. So
What
when
the fuck?
it rises up out of the grass, it's about 5 feet, and then the rest of it is like on the ground in the grass.
So what I'm hearing is this thing, even at 5 feet tall, is taller than Celeste, who is 4'10".
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Glorindel immediately like jumps in front of everybody, like between the creature and everybody else, and draws his sword. Respin runs over and pulls out his little wooden training sword.
Respin, be careful. I'm clinging to Myanna and just with one arm, and at the moment just watching because like Glorandel's the one with the sword, so
Right, yeah.
and the attitude, so he can deal with the fucking centipede.
He starts like kind of swinging wildly at it, and you can tell anytime he's ever done practice, it's been very methodical, very trained, very textbook. It seems like all of that has gone out the fucking window.
Okay.
He is paler than usual and is straight up like cold sweats. He looks like he is panicking.
Okay.
And as all this is happening, the centipede is moving closer to everyone, and he's like backing up, like swinging at it and backing up towards you.
Okay. Is this thing backing us towards the cliff, or
It is.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to do a quick analysis of the situation, see all of this is happening. I'm going to put Myanna down and like crouch down next to her. Don't move. Stay behind me. Okay, got it?
She like ducks back. Yeah, okay.
Okay, stay behind me. And I'm gonna run up and like essentially put myself in front of Respin, next to Glorandel, and I'm just kind of put my arm out and push Respin behind me. And look, even if all I can do right now is just be next to Glorandel as an additional distraction for this centipede, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, I'm by your side, Glorandel. We've got this. You've got this.
He says absolutely nothing as he backs up even further, leaving you completely by yourself.
Oh, this motherfucker. Okay. Okay. I think at this point, we're getting closer to the edge of the cliff. Celeste realizes that she is the only thing between her younger siblings and the centipede. Basically, Glorandel's fucking useless at this point in time. She puts up her hands and yells at this centipede to try and get it to she yells out, "Stop! Leave us alone!" And I think at this point, something shoots out of her hands.
Okay.
And she doesn't in the moment realize what is going on, but that's, I think, what happens.
Hell yeah. What is it that shoots, like, to set it up for me? What happens? How does the spell do? Is it like a magic missile? Is it a fireball?
I think, you know what? I think at this point, whatever it is that shoots out of her hands is not visible. Like, we know flashing forward into the future of where Celeste is within the current Naturally Shattered campaign, lightning is one of her big things. At this stage, she hasn't got that yet. I think what essentially shoots out of her hands is a relatively invisible ball of force that if you were watching the air, you might see the shimmering as it traveled, but I don't know that is enough for anybody to actually see what's happened, or for Celeste to even quite realize it herself necessarily. but she knows something's happened, but she doesn't know what.
Hell yeah. The ball of force knocks the centipede back. Like, even if it was just like a puff of wind, it's enough that it startles it. Like, what the flip was that? And it like ducks into the grass to skitter off. And when you turn around to like assess, okay, everybody good? Everybody good? You see Mayana's eyes go wide. She's like holding the flower in front of her face, trying to like hide. You see her eyes go wide as she starts falling backwards.
I reach out to grab her. I'm too far away to grab her, but something grabs her. Something attached to me. Again, something in the air. I don't know what. But again, this is stuff manifesting that Celeste doesn't understand. But somehow she manages to, invisible rope style, I guess.
Right.
Grab her somehow.
You manage to get close enough that when you shoot your hand out, you're like, shit, trying to grab your sister. Time itself suddenly like slows the fuck down.
Damn.
Like almost to a halt. And while you're reaching out and your sister is falling, you see out like your peripheral vision, the boys take off running towards the house. And you find yourself no longer on a cliffside, no longer at a bluff or a field or anything. You are on a barren landscape. The earth is dried and cracked. There's trees that are growing up all gnarled and without leaves on them. There is a full moon directly above, sending light down, and floating simultaneously, tangibly and intangibly, is a slowly spinning yin yang that I've posted a picture of it before. I don't think I have the picture still. I do not. I'll have to get that. But I posted it in one of the later episodes of our Naturally Shattered campaign. And when standing here in front of this thing, you feel the connection to the world of potency, but not like the normal connection that people feel every day. This is something so much stronger. Like, it fills your body with power. And you feel the source of all magic. You are actively, like, what we call later, like, you're basically over channeling right now, and you are pulling directly from the source of magic. Simultaneously, you feel in the dark side of this yin yang, you feel something dark, something evil, like creeping, watching.
Okay. What does the over channeling feel like? Do I recognize this as something dangerous, or does this feel good? Like, what's the vibe I get from that?
It's like it's both. Like, you feel so powerful. Like, you could change the entire universe if you wanted to. You could literally remake reality. But at the same time, it feels like it's also destroying you.
Okay.
Like, this is way too much for any one person to be holding on to.
Okay. Mayana, she calls out for her sister. And not seeing her there, I assume she's not with me here in this landscape.
No.
Um, I'll try and internally feel out this source of power, just to try and, like, if I know this thing is damaging me, I've got to find a way to tamper this thing down a little bit. So I think she puts her hands to her chest and she sort of is looking up at this yin yang thing, and just trying to internally feel around the connection to see if she can iris it down somewhat.
Yeah.
You know?
Give me a D100 roll.
Okay. Come on, dice. Oh man, 24.
Okay. You begin to like kind of, squish it down into something more manageable, and you realize, like, holy crap, like, you've heard about this before, that you are using the source that creates magical effects, but you've never heard about anything quite like this. This is whole new territory, but you get the feeling that you could cast spells right now if you wanted to.
Okay. If I can't tamper down on this, if I can't do it that way, I'm going to try and discharge some of the energy that's coming through me instead. Is there anything in the landscape that isn't just like barren wasteland, flat nothingness?
There's like, it's kind of like the a juxtaposition, right? Like everything on the ground is dead, but as you look up into the night sky, everything seems so alive. There's like shooting stars and like nebula that you can see, and shining beautiful stars. And yeah, it's like up there is so perfect and harmonious, and then down here everything is wasteland.
Okay. I think what she's going to try and do, on the one hand, she wants to discharge energy, but on the other hand, she doesn't. This is not cool. This, where she is. I think her first instinct is to raise her hands up and to see if she can discharge some magic straight up, looking at the shooting stars and using that as kind of a example to see if she can emulate that.
Yeah. Give me a D100 roll and add 20 to it.
Okay. You motherfuckers behave, all right? Okay. Including the plus 20, that's 76.
You fire a beam of sheer light into the sky. All around you, the cracks in the ground like close up and heal. Oh, sorry. Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you.
The trees sprout to life. Leaves grow all over them. Light kind of like begins to fill the world. And then, as quickly as it came, you are laying on your stomach on the cliffside. Your hand is grabbed onto Mayana's, and she's dangling, and an arm comes over your head, grabs your hand and hers, and pulls you up. And you see your two brothers are standing there with your father, and he like grabs both of you girls in a hug. Oh, I am so glad you're both okay. That was so close. We should not play near the bluff anymore, children.
We weren't super near it. And she's like squeezing Mayana, like as if she lets go, she's worried she's gonna disappear. She's squeezing her like, we weren't near the bluff. There was this centipede thing that pushed us back this way, and we're safe. It's okay. We're all right. And I'm just like holding Mayana, just like comforting her.
let us return to the house. We don't need to dwell on this. Everything is fine. And he like looks at the boys and he's like, now I trust that none of this needs to come by your mother. I mean, we wouldn't want her to know that this centipede managed to escape such a wonderful swordsman as yourself. Right, Glorindel? He looks at all of you like kind of squinty eyes. He's like, no, I suppose not.
Celeste says nothing. She just...
And the family, sons, the mother, return to the house. That will fast forward us even further into the future. A young adult Celeste now. You're sitting in your room. Everything is, all decorated the way you like and everything. And you hear a loud knocking come from the door downstairs. A bunch of the servants and cleaners and things like that begin like scrambling through the halls.
Are we expecting anybody? Like, do we know that there's like, is there an official visit that we're preparing for or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to stick my head out the door of my room and just kind of listen, see if I can get any more information about, like, Celeste kind of keeps to herself a little bit, so she doesn't want to throw herself right into whatever this is without information.
Right. You hear there is a voice downstairs, not necessarily yelling, but is speaking a little bit higher in volume. And you hear them talking to someone, whoever answered the door. And you hear, by decree of the king himself, the Lord of Aluin requests one volunteer from your household for the reaping. It is of your own discretion who you shall choose, but all households in the patriarchy are required to make their volunteer known. Make themselves known and arrive in the city of Aluin no later than the 30th of this month.
Okay, so they're not taking someone right now. They're just passing the message on.
Yep.
Okay. Shit. Celeste goes to find Mayanna. Sorry.
Yeah, your door. I was just about to say, your door opens and oh my goodness, what did we say here? I've only said it 15 times. Syndra like scoots into the room and she's like pulling along a now teenage Mayanna, and she gets both of you together, shuts the door, and she's like, I don't know what to do. I can't protect you both. I can try to sneak you out of here, but I don't know how far we'll get. But I can't let you go.
You have to. It has to be me. It was always going to be me. I'm the weak link of this family. It was always going to be me. And she squats down in front of Mayanna, who I know is like, she's probably taller than Celeste, full stop now. But she kind of squats down and like looks up at her and takes her hands and just, I probably won't be here in this family for much longer. You have to promise me that you will take what I said that day with the centipede to heart
nobody, not Glorandal, not Glorandal, not anybody tells you what you can do with yourself, with your life. You make that decision.
She like sheds a tear, and she pulls her small little notebook out and kind of flips a few pages, and she pulls out that same flower that she was holding.
Oh.
It's all squished up now. And she's like, remember me. Remember us. Remember where you came from. And you can change it. When you need this, it will be here. And she like holds it over to you. You saved me. And one day, I will save you.
She wraps her arms around Mayanna's waist and just buries her face like in her, in her.
Right.
And just takes the flower and just basically cries. We're going to see each other again. We've got a little bit of time now. I don't have to go today, but I have to go soon. We've got a little bit of time. Just don't, I won't forget you. Don't forget me.
I'll never forget you, Celeste. And by the way, you were always prettier than Mom. And you awaken on a rocky, creaky ship, chains rattling, and you kind of like, what the hell just happened? Like getting your bearings, you realize you are on the ship heading to the portal for the reaping. And for a brief moment, while taking all of this in, and you look outside, you see what looks like a small, fast-moving seafaring vessel. And for one brief, just questionable moment, you think you see your sister, who does like an arm wave, and a tidal wave comes up, crashing the ship that you are on, completely destroying the ship. And you and a handful of survivors make it to the beach of episode 1 of Naturally Shattered.
Holy fuck.
And that's where and that's where we're going to end our episode this evening. Thank you all very, very much for riding the trauma train with us and getting to know a little bit about where Celeste came from and how this all played together. Yes, that's right. It's all coming together. So if you haven't checked out any of the other ones, we've done one other, which is the Tale of Chosen. So make sure to check that one out. And I loved this episode. This was so good. I'm like, seriously, I was about this close from crying a couple times. So that will not be on the internet forever. But oh man, what a good tale. I hope it was everything you hoped for Celeste. And
yeah, it really was. That was her family. Like that was beautiful. Just I don't know, the characterizations of everybody and the absolute punchability of the mother and the brother. Just like,
yes. Like I just wanted her to be the most like wicked stepmother, actual mother ever created. So I'm glad that we established that. We did have a couple of moments in the actual show where we kind of hearkened back to a little bit about Celeste's past. So if you want to hear a couple other little tidbits, then watch the older episodes. They're all on YouTube, and you can kind of get to know a little bit more. I think it was like a family vacation kind of thing that came up in the episode. But that was a good time. Whew. So yeah, later this month we will be doing Seamus's Tale, and then as was posted, next month for Tofu's birthday will be maybe not on that birthday, but birthday month sometime will be Dahlia's Tale. So as the show continues on, we will be doing more one like solo episodes like this. Maybe even if we split the party, there might be different, 2 players, 3 players over here, 1 player over there kind of thing. It's meant to be very Wheel of Timey, where the cast is doing other things. We're off trying to achieve goals, but we're doing different things. So but that is not to say we're splitting the party. Like, the party will always make it back together. And who knows how long this goes. I don't have a particular ending in sight for Naturally Shattered. So it kind of just depends on when everybody's tired of having me DM and they roll out of here. So that's kind of how this is playing out. Side quests. Yes. Side quests.
Side quest. Yeah, good term.
But with all that being said, we're going to roll the outro and get on out of here for the evening. I want to thank each and every one of you for making sure we were well liquidated and that you were here to enjoy this and see this tale unfold. And thank you so much to Juniper for taking time out of your busy schedule to make a solo episode happen. Oh, that's so sweet.
Thanks for putting this together, Ray. That was really good. I loved it.
Absolutely. I look forward to doing more and maybe more future versions of Celeste, like maybe Celeste will get a tower with a cat. That'd be something to look forward to. But with all that being said, let me bring up the calendar just real quick here. Looks like what are we on? We're on the 7th. So it looks like our next show is going to be on the 10th for STG, which is going to be Star Trek Meridian Alpha Shift. So we have 2 different shifts. They take alternating Fridays. Sometimes they switch shifts back and forth to do other odd jobs, but for right now it's planned to be Alpha Shift. So that's the day crew. They get to hang out with the captain and all that good stuff. Anywho, thank you all very, very much for joining us. We loved having you here, and we will see you all next game. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh shit, right. The credits.
Let's roll.